And imagine this. This is the saddest part for me. And then one of the reasons why I've decided to just kind of take a little bit of the scary leap into just trying to make valuable content, because a lot of people will start doing videos like, oh, I look kind of weird and I can't articulate things properly and I'm not that educated and no one cares about what I say. Maybe in the beginning that's true. A lot of people, they don't have a lot of skills and they don't know a lot, but you got to start somewhere with everything. I mean, we all started as a baby knowing basically nothing. So, I mean, everyone, the Nobel Prize winner, the Olympic gold medalist, the billionaire, all started a baby too. They had to stack a bunch of, experiences to get where they are. So what makes you really any different? That's another mindset problem. But imagine this is what's really hard. And I'm just thinking there's no quick fix to this. There's no just ultimate magic wand to this, but content will be one of the solutions. So imagine someone's eating a really poor diet. And so what they do is they see ads on their phone for McDonald's. Oh my God, I would love to go there because that's what they're used to and that's what they're addicted to and that's what their taste is. And so they go there and then they're in the car and their friends are going there. And so they're just feeding that negative feedback loop of just toxic, low quality food, making the brain just all cloudy. So they're going to be more likely to be addicted. And now they have super low quality content that they're going through. It's making them dumber and dumber and dumber. Yeah. And some of these people, it's just endless of how low they can get. I mean, then they get to the point where they get into this so-called black pill communities, these incel. I'm not sure if you've seen these young men where, there's no hope. There's no way they could ever get a girlfriend. They could never make any money. They can't leave the basement of their mom's house. It's just pornography and video games and weed all day long. And they have just enough money. Either the parents are enabling or somehow or other, they're able to sustain this really low quality lifestyle. And the problem is that almost every single input that's coming from every single angle is reinforcing this jail that's just clamping down on them that will literally take their life if they're not careful. And many of these are suicidal. And so I'm like, God, I gotta say something. I gotta do something. So at least there's some knowledge out there that just little kind of like chipping away at that jail will eventually free your mind from the hell you're in, because that is a hellish place.
And kids, I mean, their brain is developing. It's growing into something. As adults, we may have, we're coming to social media and stuff late.
Right.
We've had that brain. It's kind of already in its state, and now we're kind of, manipulating this state, with the phones or whatever. It's changing a little bit, opposed to a kid whose brain is developing into something. Yeah. And that's part of the development, how much harder that's going to be. It's part of your DNA almost, it's like,
really it is.
Yeah,
it really is. That's why I check out what I saw today. Actually, I was so shocked, and I shouldn't be, because I've seen this kind of stuff before, but so there's a really muscular, super fit, really positive fireman at the gym that I see. And I'm like, man, he's 45 years old and it's just a physical specimen and he's enjoying his life and he has a good attitude and just everything's pointing in the right direction. He brings in a wagon, like a beach wagon that you just throw like your toys, with his son in there with a canopy. So his son's all sheltered and doesn't have to worry about all the people working out. And I didn't even know this was allowed. He's dragging this thing around the gym. And this is a very responsible, high energy, cool guy. It's not like some weird person that like, what happened? The kid's on a tablet. He's like 2.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's going to be totally bothered by the whole situation, and he's just eating a bunch of garbage. Right. So we're starting off at such a young age with just inputs that are destroying. And this is from a relatively high quality individual. And of course I know what he's thinking. He's like, mom couldn't watch, or I couldn't find the babysitter. And I have to go to the gym.
We get it. We're parents.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's the easy fix, and you don't know what this person's going through in their life, but we're hoping that that can inspire some people just to take a little bit more steps away from. At least that awareness is so important, right? It's just awareness, getting aware of the hazardous, and just like we said, try on your feed. Don't try to do something completely different on your feed, because you can direct your feed the same way you can direct your mind. So do a little experiment. Try to put in only look at fresh vegetables for a day or something and see how that feels. We could do some experiments with that. Why can't we experiment the other way?
Yeah.